so let's say we just all came out of a cave and, what guitar is important and what, matters and what would be, the top of the mountain, Then you would come across, the original Les Paul. It's not like a Lamborghini. It's like a 57 Chevy, where it's built to last, sounds great, easy to maneuver around, but not so easy to where it makes you look too effortless, like you're boring. Especially for guys my age, all our heroes, starting from, Peter Green to Joe Walsh to Jimmy Page, Peter Frampton, all those guys played Les Pauls. And it just was always known to guys my age that, like, to be legitimate, somehow, some way, you had to play Les Paul. I'm holding today, and I've actually played this guitar live, is the brand new 60s Les Paul with 60s specs, meaning it has a slimmer tapered neck, but it doesn't deviate from, the original Les Paul standard. That's what it is, and that's what Gibson's all about right now. But this particular guitar is not a reissue. It's the 60s specs. This is the guitar, the standard guitar, the Les Paul standard that you go in the store and you take it off the wall and you play it and you fall in love with it. This is everything you need. It's old specs, it's OG, it feels vintage, it sounds vintage, and I don't care what kind of music you play, it should start here. Tonally, I typically in LA Guns have a high gain setup. I get the same tone, and the really important one is going to your neck. It's really nice and glassy and gives you tons of low end without it being flappy, and will still give you clarity, through, playing all the notes in a full chord. Other thing I got to mention about these guitars is the classic style wiring. So when you go to clean up your volume from a distorted sound and you want to get clean, it doesn't darken the sound. It keeps it nice and bright, just cleaner. In the bridge, we have the BurstBucker 61T, which is a lower output, but not extremely low output, PAF style pickup. These pickups are designed to allow the personality of the player to come through. It doesn't mask or add sustain or anything like that. When you play through this pickup and you push it through a distortion pedal or a high gain amp, you're still going to get the clarity of the chords you're playing. Now, when it comes to neck size, thickness, width, the 60s has what's called a slim taper neck, thinner this way, and the fingerboard is just slightly thinner than width-wise than a 50s neck. The gold reflector knobs, and they reflect on top. Any Gibson I ever buy or acquire, I always switch to reflector knobs. A lot more room from your bridge to your pickguard, where you're not likely to accidentally hit these. And because they have the nice reflector on it, they remind you of a hot rod. Gibson is back. I mean, it's as simple as that, Here I am really, 47 years later, still playing guitar. No matter what kind of music I'm playing or what I'm doing, there has to be a Les Paul. The nucleus of and the emotional thing that happens, having a Les Paul all the time just gives me the confidence of, like, when I was a child and I saw a picture of Jimmy Page playing it with a bow, or, Joe Walsh, making a funny face, or Randy Rhoads playing Revelation Mother Earth, whatever it is, it was done on a Les Paul. So for me, emotionally, psychologically, only a Gibson Les Paul is good enough. That's it.